So I know like XS and Encore are definitely in tier 1, probably right there with like Marquee and stuff. What are the tier 1 like clubs in Vegas right now? Because I know this is fluid, right?
I got it all down. So tier 1, there's 3 clubs. There's XS, there's Zook, and there's Omnia.
Where the fuck's Zook?
Zook is brand new. It's at Resorts World. That's probably it's probably why you haven't heard of it.
Yeah.
Zook is it's small, it's intimate, but the good thing about Zook is that every table you have is like basically right in the middle of the action, and it's great. It's super intimate. It's gorgeous. It's brand new. They have really good talent as well.
Nice.
They've been booking a lot of hip hop as well. I used to work at Resorts World. I have a lot of love for everybody over there. Omnia, if you've ever been, you know what I'm talking about. It's absolutely insane.
Amazing.
So they have the main room. They have the Heart Room, which is a hip hop room inside of the nightclub, and then they have the terrace. So if you come out here on a weekend, you can go to one nightclub and you can experience kind of like 3 different experiences.
I love Omnia.
Omnia's great.
That's
crazy.
That multi-million-dollar stage thing they have up in the sky that like
chandelier
tilts. Yeah, that weird chandelier that tilts and lights and blows cold air on you and shit. That thing's amazing. Like that's an engineering feat in itself.
You know, when you live in Las Vegas, you kind of forget. You become desensitized to what all this stuff looks like, and I don't want to say you take it for granted, but you kind of like forget how extreme this is.
Yeah.
And then you talk to, Rebecca, who lives in Idaho, and she comes out here for a weekend, and I take her to Omnia nightclub, and she's like, what the hell is this place? You know what I mean? It's crazy. And every time I walk into those venues, I'm still like, wow, this is insane.
Chris, can you look up how much the chandelier at the Omnia club was to build? It had to be $5 million or something like that. All right. So tier 1 is Zook, Omnia, and XS.
Correct.
What's like tier 2?
I would say tier 2 is Marquee, Hakkasan, and where else? I would say...
Is Tao still a thing, or is that kind of like...
Tao is currently the oldest nightclub in the city. I really like their beach club. We'll do beach clubs after this. Tao Beach Club is killer, and the restaurant is really good. Their nightclub just needs a little bit of a facelift, and they don't book consistent talent.
Got it.
I think Dre's. Have you ever been to Dre's?
No, I've never been there.
So Dre's is like the one nightclub that's not like anything else here. So everywhere in Las Vegas, especially properties ran by Tao Group, is most of the time collared shirt required. It's very prim and proper, and they run the door very strict. Dre's is an entirely hip hop venue. So when what was just here? Super Bowl, draft, All-Star Weekend. You have like Rick Ross, Lil Baby, Gucci Mane. That's where those artists perform. So when you go into Dre's, or when you go into a regular nightclub, XS, it's like kind of like white collar. Like everybody's very fancy. It's upscale. Right. Everybody's in their collared shirt. You got a sports coat on. You go to Dre's, everybody has their chains on. Right. Everybody's got their ripped jeans. Everybody's throwing money. I love Dre's. It's awesome. Yeah. It's great. It's great.
Like the shoehead crowd, right? It's like a lot of $500 and $1,500 and $5,000 Nikes.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to say $30,000 millionaires, but it's a lot of people throwing money, flexing. It's kind of like Magic City in Atlanta, like an Atlanta club. But I love Dre's. The problem with rappers in Las Vegas is that when they play at a nightclub, rappers usually have a fee for if they do like a 30-minute show, 60-minute show, a 90-minute show. So venues want to get away with saying, hey, we have Rick Ross here, but paying the least amount. So they'll pay a 30-minute show. So if you think, right, let's say the doors open at Dre's at 10:30 and Rick Ross, so every DJ in Vegas will come on at 1 o'clock. Rick Ross goes on at 1 and he finishes at 1:30. Nobody's going to stay after the club because Rick Ross already performed. So now the club's empty by 1:30. So what the clubs do is they'll hold Rick Ross to play at 2:30. So he'll play from 2:30 to 3. So in that time, everybody's buying drinks. Everybody's spending their money at the bar. So by the time he comes on, he plays his 20, 30 minutes and leaves. It's already 3 a.m. The club is closed. Yeah. Well, this is good information to know. If you're a girl and you're in heels and you show up at 11:30 or 12, you're going to wait from 11 to 12 to 1 to 2 to 2:30 for your favorite artist to come on. And by that time, if you've been standing all night, it's tough. It's hard. It's hard to keep a consistent buzz for that long. Right. You know what I mean? Without
just going over the edge.
Exactly. So that's why I always recommend seeing DJs, because they'll come on at 1 o'clock, which is a reasonable time. If the doors open at 10:30, let's say you get there at 11 or 12, have a couple drinks, get your buzz, and they'll play for 2 hours. Yeah. Which is great. So they'll play from 1 to 3. Boom, they're off, you go home. So sometimes with Dre's, I love Dre's. I love the atmosphere. It's unlike anything else here, but it's just tough sometimes because you have to wait so long.